Good morning, Ben Davis. I am Andy Lowry. We have much to cover today, but before we get into the newscast, we have a very special update on the boys basketball team to share with you.
3 fan buses full of excitement. An entire gym full of Giants. This team, under first-year coach Don Carlisle, was fighting for a trip to a state championship game.
It's big, especially to do it at the school where I was able to do it at the first time. As a player, like I said, I had the opportunity to do it as a sophomore and a junior, and we had a lot of success in my high school career at Ben Davis. And to do it in my first year is a really big deal. I just wanted the focus to be on us. We can't get into what Carmel does or what anyone else is saying, as most of the people outside of what these people that's wearing the purple probably believe that Carmel's going to win. But for us and the staff, we know what we're capable of, and we're just going to concentrate on what we can do. I mean, we have 7 seniors, and one way or the other, they all contributed to where we're at right now today. Not necessarily just the 2 big ones that you would say, DeJuan and Jalen, but there are certainly instances where if we don't have Jeff Clayton or Ty Nibbs or Dom Day to be able to come out and help support us, we don't get past either the sectional or the regional. I thought, for the most part, the ups, where this team was a front-running team early. We started off with a lot of success, and I think a lot of the pats on the back kind of got to us, and we decided not to work as hard as we probably should have. And as a coaching staff, we worked hard all year to kind of get us back to the position that we are now. But I believe that the downs that we went through this year is really what prepared us to be able to make this run in the end.
This run will continue tomorrow night at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Tip-off is at 8:15 p.m., and we hope to see all of you there to support your Giants. And now let's turn our focus back towards our spring break newscast. First, we will be taking a look at a few of the places some of you Giants might be heading to over break and the weather you can expect there.
Hey Giants, spring break is almost here. Do you have any vacation locations you want to go to? Here are top 3.
Number 1, Cancun. Cancun is located in southern Mexico. Cancun also remains one of the most affordable vacation destinations in the Western Hemisphere, with many opportunities for tourists, such as going to spectacular beaches or going jet skiing and snorkeling. Number 2, Miami. Miami offers plenty of things for visitors, while the beaches are always tempting and the shops and restaurants. But Miami is known for its art museums and mixture of cultures. And if you want to spend a little bit more money, there's many high-end stores and restaurants. Number 3, South Padre Island. South Padre is located in the southern coast of Texas, popular for its wide sandy beaches, sparkling blue water, and a mixture of unique hotels in its calm waters, and its dolphin research and sea life nature center. Its diverse array of fun activities draws in a large crowds each year during the vacation season. This is Andy Tawar, BDTV.
Good morning, Giants, and happy spring break. For today, we can expect mostly sunny conditions with high of 48 and low 31. And for the first weekend of spring break, we can expect mostly cloudy conditions with highs in the upper 50s and low 30s. Here's what you can expect for the first week of spring break. We can expect highs in the upper 50s and low 30s under mostly cloudy skies, with Thursday being the best day of the week with the high 56 and low 33 under sunny skies. We end the week with temperatures in the high 50s under cloudy conditions, with rain increasing over the weekend. As for the second week of spring break, we can anticipate temperatures in the mid to upper 50s under partly sunny conditions, with lows in the upper 30s and lower 40s, with temperatures reaching 64 degrees on Friday with a low of 43 under partly cloudy skies. We will end spring break with temperatures in the lower 60s, with rain increasing Saturday and cloudy skies on Sunday. For those leaving Indianapolis, here's a forecast for the top 3 spring break destinations, starting with Cancun, Mexico. And as you guessed it, you can look forward to sunny conditions with temperatures in the 80s. If you're traveling to Miami Beach, expect sunny conditions with stray rain showers in true Florida fashion, with temperatures in the low 80s. And for the third most popular destination, South Padre Island, anticipate temperatures in the upper 70s under partly sunny conditions. Have a safe spring break, Giants. Madeline Aurelio, BDTV. BDTV.
With spring break upon us, there is much fun out there to have. However, safety always comes first. Here are some important tips to keep your break smooth.
While spring break is right around the corner, here's a few tips and hacks to have a stressless vacation. While traditional square folding is common when packing, try rolling your clothes to make more space in a suitcase. Place your toiletries in a concealed bag to prevent any spills. And remember, if you are flying, that only certain bottle sizes are allowed. For those who are prone to sunburn, one hack is to freeze aloe vera in an ice tray and let it freeze. When it's frozen, apply to the burned area to soothe the pain and speed up the process. Ava Aguirre, BDTV.
Airplanes. They take us across the country or even overseas in a fraction of the time it would to travel by ground. However, there has been recent concern for some over the safety of airplanes due to the Ethiopian plane crash that killed all the passengers. Are planes really something of concern, especially with all the traveling over spring break?
I believe they can be if they are not properly made.
No, not really. I don't ride a plane that much. I don't do it.
I personally don't think I have any safety concerns. I've been on 3 or 4 planes and they've all been good. Turbulence, of course, but they've been good rides.
I think just make sure everything's right on the plane before getting anybody on that plane. I know they do double checks, but do like extra checks. Like that's just what people can do.
It's a risk we take when we travel longer distances. Take caution when traveling over spring break, but don't forget to enjoy your spring break.
Spring break season is upon us, and if you're headed out of town, your home could be a prime target for thieves. Police say that spring break is one of the hottest times of the year for break-ins. Home break-ins exponentially increase during spring break. And remember, Giants, when you go off to spring break, lock your doors and hide your valuables. Mike Adams, BDTV.
We know that many of you will be traveling to various places in the 2 weeks that you have to yourself. But for those of you who might not have that luxury, there are still alternative ways to have a satisfying break locally or even at home.
Yeah, all right.
But not to worry, Michael. You're not the only one who can't cover tracks. Rather than landing his airplane on the typical landing strip, Brian Muno, a 25-year-old instructor.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but she is good.
Covering your tracks, am I right?
I mean, come on. It's Indiana. What did you expect?
Yeah, nothing has changed here. It's still ice cream. I'm not gonna miss out on ice cream just because I'm staying home. No.
Spring break, the time where you can relax and have fun no matter where you're at. If you have to be staying in any state borders this spring break, here are some popular locations to visit.
The Indianapolis Zoo holds multiple animals on different trains, like land, water, and air. The Indianapolis Zoo even holds a dolphin show and has a butterfly exhibit. The Indianapolis Zoo is one of the best zoos in Indiana. The Indianapolis State Museum has multiple exhibits from old school pop culture to even dinosaur fossils and science, and it also has an IMAX theater in it. Number 3, Newfields. Newfields is a place full of galleries surrounded by gardens, water features, and over 100 acres of woodland sculptures with surprise and beauty, and has some unique sculptures. The Central Canal is a perfect thing to do if you want to walk around with your family or friends and get to enjoy some amazing scenery and fresh air, and get to see all the cool buildings and towers. Whether you go alone or bring friends or family, these in-state locations are bound to keep your spring break entertaining and worthwhile. Have fun and take care. Zach Watson, BDTV.
For those of you that plan on working during break to make money, you might want to consider spending some of that money on some of the newest spring fashion.
Good morning, Giants. This is Mercedes Greengrove with this year's spring fashion. I went out and asked a few of you Giants what you guys thought about your guys' spring fashion.
What encouraged me to wear this outfit is that when it comes to springtime, I like to think of it as the opposite of fall. Fall is very dark, it's very gloomy, turtlenecks, things like that. But when spring comes around, I like to think of flowers, hence the flowers are going up and down my shirt. I like to think being warm while also not being, too hot. What makes this outfit good for the spring is that it's semi-cold outside, not too hot, not too cold. So you want to make sure you have a jacket, hence my jacket. You want to make sure you're wearing bright colors because, it's springtime, it's happy. Well, I like to think of myself as dressing as a teacher. That's my future profession. So I always like to wear button-ups. I like to wear dress shirts. Don't really like wearing tennis shoes that often, so I mostly wear dress shoes. My inspiration for wearing this is just teacher attire.
I wore this outfit because I want to look springy and also cute. It's comfy and cute. It's laid back and keeps me warm.
What encouraged me to wear this outfit today was it's kind of springtime, but I have the tights underneath because it is still a little bit chilly outside. This outfit good for spring is short sleeves for when it is kind of nice outside, but also with the tights because there's a lot of wind, so it gets kind of cold.
Ben Davis High School has a music program that you might not be familiar with. The Ben Davis Jazz Band is a small but versatile group of musicians with the goal of preserving and transforming jazz as we know it.
Part of what a high school jazz program is trying to accomplish is to create the jazz musicians of tomorrow. And the key to jazz playing is improvisation. Being able to make music immediately is used in all kinds of music now. And that's really the main focus of what we do.
It's definitely a really fun part of jazz, and that's something you can't do with marching band or orchestra is improvise anything.
What sets the jazz band apart from any other music program is that if there's a place for it, it accepts a wide variety of musicians and instruments.
I heard about the jazz band and I knew guitar could be used for jazz, and so I just wanted to do more stuff with guitar.
There is room for anyone that plays instruments that get used in popular music or jazz music. Pianists, keyboardists, guitarists, bassists, drummers, and always looking for people who have connections to world music and ethnic music that have specialized skills that we could integrate. So it's open to any student in the school that's interested.
Zachary Haynes, BDTV. It's March, Giants, and you know what that means. March Madness is back. We had the pleasure of having the opportunity to speak with Fox Sports announcer Jake Query and what his thoughts on the matchups were.
You always wonder when you look at the brackets and they come out, who's this year's Loyola? Who's this year's Loyola Marymount? To be honest with you, Grant, as you look at, take for example, Belmont. If Indiana goes in and wins an NCAA tournament first round game over Arizona State, okay, sure, whatever. If Belmont beats an Arizona State, it's on one shining moment. The NCAA tournament is about people in schools that finally getting a stage and being able, okay, let's see what you could do on this stage. And a mid-major winning games is a bigger and better story for people than a mid-tier Power 5 winning games. And that's what the NCAA tournament is all about.
Who do you have reaching the Final Four? We'll see the outcome when we return from spring break. Tyler Sapp, BDTV.
My name is Jalen Wendell, and I am a shooting guard for the Ben Davis Giants. Fun facts, my sister went to Ben Davis here, and she graduated in '09. She's a 3-time state champion. Another fun fact is I used to make music in my dad's studio. My experience for Ben Davis, for playing basketball here has been tremendous. You know, I also got a state championship here in 2017. So, I'm learning and helping my team get to where we want to be. My process in making my college decision, I thought it was going to be harder than what it was, but when I got down there, being in a different city like Atlanta, it's pretty cool being down there. The staff made it better. They helped me meet with the professors, so I knew what I was getting myself into, and they just helped me make my decision, 10 times easier for me. I chose Georgia State because, they put me in the best position to be successful, and it helped me out a lot. It was what my family wanted, what I wanted. What I tell somebody, that's going through this process, before selecting a college is, just make sure it's the right fit for you. Don't go for the name. Don't go because, other people are telling you to. It should be from 100% from, your heart and what you want to do. After playing at Ben Davis High School, I will be moving on to play at Georgia State University. My name is Jalen Wyndham, and I'm committed.
Along with all the excitement that has been leading up to break, the beginning of the spring season has also been bringing along with it an increase in the crime rate and allergies in our community. But why do these two unrelated things seem to be on the rise during spring break? Well, let's find that out.
Good morning, Giants. I'm Josh Neal. With spring break happening in literal hours away, we like to take a look at some of the hottest spring break places. However, not every place is sunshine and rainbows. Let's start with Disney World. Ironically named the happiest place on earth, despite its high prices in food, the merchandise, and their long wait times, with the rides taking up to an hour. There's also been reports of tourists bringing deceased family members' ashes and spreading them on rides such as Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror, and It's a Small World. Taking it to the West Coast, more specifically Los Angeles, if you're deciding to go, you should probably consider somewhere else because traffic is horrible. However, if you do still decide to go to Los Angeles, you should be very considerate of the traffic, leave your resorts early so that way you can go to your destinations on time. For our international travelers who are going to Cancun for its beautiful beaches and perfect weather, be sure to be cautious of your surroundings when you reach outside of your resort. Kidnappings have been reported, and it's said that tourists are ransomed off for high amounts of money. Also, be sure to be cautious of what you put inside of your body because drinking water is said to be contaminated and isn't the cleanest. I hope I've informed you guys, and I hope you guys stay safe over spring break. Back over to you guys. Josh Neal, BDTV.
Allergies. Over 50 million Americans have some form of allergic reaction caused by a number of factors. Yes, even though this is a huge problem in America, allergies are not curable, but they are treatable in most cases.
Allergies affect many people, especially during right now. The season is beginning to change. Many drugs and things can help you.
And with seasonal allergies, I think it's very important to make sure you get the correct medications because it's very important to treat the symptoms.
Allergies and how it affects a lot of people. And since there's a lot of allergies, usually children's, Zyrtec, guaifenesin, and pseudoephedrine hydrochloride.
Hopefully using these tips to help you fight allergies will help you enjoy a good 2 weeks break. This has been Ryan Wong reporting for BDTV.
And that's all we have for you this week, Giants. Have a fun and adventurous spring break. We will see you back here in 2 weeks. But remember, if it's about you and me, it's on BDTV.